decks for this special. I got these not too long ago, and I was very curious to open them up and see what we have to work with. So we'll start with let's go the blue and work into red to start off our night. So special number 1, why I'm excited. And number 2, we just hit 10,000 subscribers. And that is just crazy, crazy cool. And shortly, we're gonna get into something that's a little of a surprise that I think you might like. But first, let's look through these cards and get underway. Very interesting art style. It's like aggressive but pleasant. $6.75. There were quite a few options I wanted to do, but I thought an hour special with seemingly 2 promising decks. Why not? Just 25 more episodes until 700. Another little exciting thing to look forward to. But for now, let's give this deck one more shuffle and begin our 675 special. Ooh, that looks nice so far. Let's talk about this box. So, my friends at my card hookup site decided to send me another monthly subscription box with the perfect timing of our 10,000th subscriber. So what we'll have tonight is just a quick little unboxing with a giveaway. If I could find the spots to get into this. Oh, there we go. And on this side as well. Why not celebrate 10,000 with a giveaway? So as I get into this real quick, hopefully, it feels like I didn't even open it, honestly. Alright, that is a very good tape job. Apparently, as I can't get this box open, so give me 1 second. Alright, we've got some cards. So we have a Tally-Ho Metallics Blue for a giveaway option, a Peacock in purple, as well as the Raven. So, all you have to do is like the video, of course, leave a comment about which deck you'd like, and boom, you have yourself an entry for our 10,000th subscriber giveaway. So fun. cards from, I'll leave a link in the description. And with all of that being said for now, let's have a laid back and relaxed first game. Always need to remind myself to get lower on the energy during a special. But I think you know that at this point. And unfortunately, a relatively quick first game, as there's nowhere for that jack. 7, 8, queen, 9, 2, jack, and lastly queen. So just doubled up on about every card we could. Let's see what was left unturned in this one. Triple tens all in a row. And quite a few doubles. Let's refresh our luck with a casino shuffle. These cards have a very soft, smooth, and rigid texture, all at the same time. I could have probably done that casino shuffle for about 5 minutes, easily. Looking start, but I think we got this. There is decent spacing, so there could be some potential, as we have triple eights on the field this early. What do you think of the art style so far? I really enjoy it. It's fairly scrappy, like a very well illustrated sketch. It is rough looking, but I like it quite a bit. At points too, like that queen, it is a little bit eerie at the same time. It's fun. This actually might become one of the decks I play with in my free time. A red jack would be very helpful as we start to see some action here. Still a long way from clear, but steps are being made, my friend. And that is the end of our second game. So a nice little bounce back after the triple eights, but just missing our red jack to give us a new life in this one. 9, 7, 4, jack, and king. Nowhere to go. On to game number 3. So far, this deck, love the art, texture is good. One shortcoming. There is a slight bend in the card, creating an arc, but surprisingly, it doesn't really mess triple aces. Now that's interesting. Back-to-back games with consecutive triplets in a row. That's fairly uncommon, so something to be looking out for in the future of this episode. Anyway, it doesn't affect the shuffling or handling at all. The back design, I was a bit iffy of at first, but now it's actually very pleasing, especially when you do something like that. So I think this deserves a solid 8. Maybe even 8.5. Let's give it 3 more shuffles for our third one. Just like that. That is why the bend in the cards don't have an issue in this one. It's almost like it's cupped right here, so there's suction keeping it perfectly centered. And that was a very smooth deal, if you ask me. Double tens. Double aces. And double sevens to start this one. And as we start this one, a quick little shout out to all of the channel members. Thank you, all of you, for your extra support. It really helps out more than you'd think. Honestly, it helps me a lot kind of get excited about doing giveaways and doing more things I really couldn't typically do. So once again, thank you for all of you for the extra still double sevens and double fours to work through. And I think that's the end of this one. No way. Good. That would have been ridiculous if that happened to us 3 times in a row. There we go, another king. And that resets our luck for the next round. Ooh, that's good. You know what? Let's talk a bit right now. So, honestly, I remember first starting this solitaire journey with the idea of a giveaway a day would be very cool, but obviously that is incredibly expensive. And early on in the channel, when I would do a giveaway, it wasn't the most smart thing to do, having to pay for international shipping and the frequency at which I did it. I did some Lego giveaways, card giveaways, 1,000 subscriber like little bundle boxes, for those of you new, which are incredibly fun. But I think I bit off too much, more than I could chew in the beginning. So, for a while, I kind of strayed away from giveaways, besides like a 100th video, and that's when it seemed most appropriate. And then, not too long ago, I got the idea of just doing them when I want as opposed just for a reason. And I think it has made it more fun planning for them, thinking about the future of it. Because to me, as a person, usually as we get to our first fat stack of the night in game 3, with another king, and we might have ourselves a good finish to this one. Anyway, typically, as a person, I don't like giveaways because they just don't seem too personable. And that made me feel a little bit sour towards the idea for a little while. Like Mr. Beast in a sense. I don't like that, really. I wouldn't want to participate or have that be something I would like to do in his most typical sense, as it looks like we just earned our first win of the night, my friend, and that is just fitting as it can be. So let's keep talking and then stack up our victory shuffle. So, didn't like the idea too much, but then I came to think and turn around to it that it's fun doing card giveaways because that is pretty much what we do dominantly on our channel. Chances are you came to watch a card video. You've maybe even seen a couple decks you'd think, you know what, that'd be cool to get, but maybe it's too expensive to buy a deck. You don't quite want to do it, but it'd be cool if you had one. Or you just want to add to your collection. It could be many things. And in that sense, I thought it was much more exciting doing it. Picturing who the deck would go to. And it's just so fun planning that through. So it just makes it much more exciting, as we have all of the spades, ace to king, planning little random giveaways. And thanks to my friend at the site I get my cards, you could get a choice of these three. These three right here. Honestly, if I were to pick, I would probably go the peacock, tally-ho, then raven. But everyone has their own tastes and ideas, so it's just fun. It's like a way of connecting even more, in my opinion. Alright, victory shuffle, take 1, game 3. Let's see how we did. Ooh, almost an amazing shuffle. Let's see if we bounce back. Nope, but a very good start. Alright, I'll shut up for a bit while we do our casino shuffle for game number 4. Let's see how we do in this one. I always feel like such a nerd when I try expressing that too. It's something that's, I guess, close to the chest in a sense, so it's harder to communicate it effectively since it's more emotionally driven, I suppose. You have no idea how happy I get when I read a comment of one of you saying you play along to your own games at your house, or you got a deck for yourself just so you could play along, or you even developed the habit of playing in your free time while watching TV just to kind of just extend, in a way, a connection. It's just so cool thinking about that. It's hard to express into words effectively how fun this is and how crazy it is, because 10,000 subscribers, I know I didn't focus on it too much, but still, very cool milestone. But it just makes me excited for what's to come and where we'll be at our 1000th episode. I think I'll leave that thought there. Not everything has to be explained. Something I gotta tell myself during these videos. So let's just enjoy these struggles, the sounds of 3-card solitaire. fives, sixes, nines, and kings kept us at bay in our fourth one. We move on to our final game with this deck, with one fat stack and one victory to our stats. Almost happened again. Triple queens, but not consecutive. But being one card off is still a little bit of a statistic anomaly with triple sevens. Alright, game 5. That feels good. Those kings look so cool. All of the face cards do, with the red circle and the blue circle in the background. A very nice touch, and a bit of a unique touch at that for this deck's personality. I like it a lot. It really brings out the black and white. Or I should say, yeah, black and white art design. Sometimes less is more. What a start so far. Triple sixes. Let's do this. Okay, I think we can breathe easy right now for a little bit. So last night, I was looking through some playing cards to get for the channel, and I came across a couple interesting decks. And I'm at the point where I have to be a little more selective in what I would get. So I did a simple order, and I probably I got a deal by the way, I think about 11 decks of cards for about $90. And if you've ever looked through pricing, you know that's pretty decent. But the overall objective with those was that I was getting decks for our next 100th, or what is that? Our 7th Ape and Friends deck. Some members exclusive decks similar to the Ape and Friends. And random decks for just fun, because I think it's so cool having those types of decks around. It's just really fun seeing all the names on the cards. So that pretty much sparked a larger purchase that I probably can't afford, but you know what? I think it's worth it if it involves us all together a bit more, as I think we might be done actually. So triple sixes, now we're for that 7. Queen, 7. 7. Oh my gosh, we got absolutely massacred. Quadruple sevens. us at bay as we move on to our next deck. Is it foreshadowing our 700th special? Our 5th game and our 700th special, I should say. Now, that's going to be something to look forward to see if there's any little hidden meaning there. No triplets in that one, so that is the Fujin deck. And now on to the Rajin. I like the texture of the box too. I assume it's going to be the same art style with a different backing. Yeah, I think that is the case. So we know what we've got. Okay, that looks much better. Or does it? I think it's a good contrast. Not necessarily better, but a nice change to a darker, warmer red from a softer blue. Isn't it so interesting how colors, being around certain colors, can change your mood, change the way you feel, or the order of which you see those colors and the emotions it can bring. I always think it's fun thinking about the different types of stimulation and how a different order of that stimulation can create a different experience. I guess in a simple sense, like listening first to a love song, and then some heavy metal comes in, and then you get some pop. Let's say like Michael Jackson or something, and you get out of your car in a good mood, and you're just walking through the store, singing Billie Jean or something, dancing to it in your head, and you look at people, or you're more focused on yourself, I should say, than if it's a love song as opposed to the Billie Jean, or something a little more funky, I should say, like The Way You Make Me Feel. You know, a sappy love song. The ones we don't admit we like, but we like. That looks pleasant. And then you go into a store and you notice somebody that catches your eye and you start thinking about them in a certain way. And you're a little more optimistic, looking towards a what-if scenario, possibly. Or a heavy metal song comes on before you leave your car, and you are just straight to business. Nobody mess with me. I am the man. I am the girl in charge. Get out of my way and leave me be, or everyone else sucks type of mindset. That's what I like about not just music or movies, but specifically ASMR or playing cards, for example. You can watch 100 of these videos chasing a tingle or a sensation, and then it could be a video just like any other, but that one little sound can trigger it and just spark a nice feeling. Yet it's just like any other video. That's why I like this has so much different cards, textures, sounds, thicknesses, rhythms. Gotta love it. Okay. We need something good to happen here. Well, my friend, that appears to be the end of our 6th game. Time for our double check, as there's nowhere for that king. 5, 7, jack or king. No place left on the field besides that lone 2. Double 4s and 9s with nowhere to go. I don't think we have any triplets. But a couple doubles. Alright, casino shuffle time for game number 7. I hate to say it, but this deck is better than our previous one. It is a solid 8.5. The cards came with a much better bend, not as noticeable, very subtle. And the texture seems to be a bit smoother as well. Interesting start. Let's see if we can grab our second win of the night. Triple queens this early can either mean 2 things: lots of action or lots of trouble. And it would appear that we are going to have a lot of trouble. 3 7s in a row. Crazy. Don't worry, I know we have one play that could make a difference. And it will come with a 2 we should. Because I don't remember 100% if there was a king earlier in our hand. Wow. What 1 minute can change. So there was another king. There are way too many cards in our hand right now. Our third play. I just got hit with some super heavy eyes right now. And I hope you did too. Get your butt to sleep. And just like that, we have secured our second win of the night. 7 and 6. Nice little comeback after a worrisome triple queen start, but with a clean finish. Here we go. All of these spades. Ace to king. With all of the clubs. Hearts. And diamonds. You know what? Even if we end it just like this, I think we will still have a pretty solid 675 special, or in other words, our last special of the 600s. So, one of our chunkiest victory shuffles ever. But who cares? 2 wins, 3 games to go. Let's have fun. is just weird. Anyway, time for game number 9. I was so tired throughout that last game. My eyes were half awake, so I couldn't really exhaust energy in talking. Alright, give me a second. I just looked at this, and I saw a face. Do you see a face in this? I see two. First, I see an eye, a nose, and a mouth with a head shape right there. Kind of like a Tim Burton Coraline look. But the first face I saw was neck and jaw, lips, nose, and a weird eye with a long or a rounded head. Somewhat like a nightmare Homer Simpson mouth here. Weird eyes, nose, bald head. With, yeah. I can't be the only one who saw something there. Or maybe I'm just going crazy. Game number 9. What do you have for us? This one looks rough. The Ace of Diamonds and the Ace of Clubs have really been trying for us tonight. 8, 7, 6, 5, 10. Still a tough situation. So nowhere for that queen, king, and lastly 7 triple 2s on the field. That's all we can place, and we move on to our final game. our special. 2 wins with 1 fat stack. A weird stat line, but 1 game can change that. What mess hid beneath? Triple sixes. And that is it. My friend, it has been a fun special tonight. I hope you enjoyed 1 more game to go. Hope you know it's always fun spending the night with you playing some cards. Trying to see what fate has in line for us. So final game coming up. Can we at least scratch across 1 more fat stack? One more shuffle, and let's do this. And for those of you going for that giveaway, if you want to give yourself a better chance, comment triplet as well. Since we've had so many tonight, it's only fitting. Best of luck to you. Here we go. Final game, final spread. We're not going out easy before we go to bed. That is our 3rd play, I believe. Just narrowly avoiding triple jacks. And, oh, that's funny. I'm telling you, triplets is the word. The ace of clubs coming through once again. And now triple fives. Triplets are the word. And we get 1 more fat stack before our night is done. 2 wins, 2 fat stacks. And the ace of diamonds, it's only fitting. Let's keep it moving. That is concerning. We're just missing a play almost every time. And that might be it. Nowhere for that 7. King. 6. 9. And lastly, 3. 1, 2 on the field for nut to be played. Double fives, double jacks, double kings. We add added one fat stack. But without that, or with that, our night is done. I am gonna sleep like a tired dog tonight. For the final time, we had ourselves no triplets, but a couple doubles for sure, causing their trouble. Alright, my friend, that is it for the 675 special. I hope you enjoyed. It was a fun one. That was the Rajin deck with the Fujin deck. Great night. Next special is our 700th. So until then, please have yourself a relaxing remainder of your night. Many sweet dreams. Have an awesome tomorrow. And until we meet again. That is a little bit bothersome, so let's clean that first.